Texas Tiger Diggs, and I thought I would do a little camera talk. I thought I'd do another little thing on the GoPro. I was going to do some more GoPro stuff because the way I got into metal detecting was through YouTube. I don't know how it's got to the point where I don't know how my first interest was piqued. I may have seen a video. It's back in my foggy memory, but I do know that once I got focused on metal detecting, that I went through months of just watching video after video after video. I watched the people who had a great influence on what I'm doing now. I watched Dirt Fishing. I watched Gravedigger Max. I watched Aqua Chigger, and even the veteran detectorist but very young man, Nugget Noggin. All of these people, I watched them all. And none of those people, with the exception of Dirt Fishing, does the exact kind of detecting that I have to do because of where I am. But they still informed, how I got in and what I began to study and how I began to get involved in this. So it almost like YouTube is a piece of metal detecting, and metal detecting is a piece of YouTube. I met a gentleman just a few days ago. I mentioned it in one of my other videos that had been detecting since 1966. I haven't been detecting that long, and it's almost like that these two things have gotten integrated. So that's why you see, along with my metal detecting videos, you see some camera stuff, etc. I don't know how much further it will go, but I was an old photography student, never very good at it, probably still not very good at it, but I did have the bug back in the day, and I guess the bug just went dormant for 30 or 40 years, and now it's back again. In any case, I've got the Hero 3 and the Hero 4 here, and the main thing about the Hero is the Hero tends to grow exponentially because you do need to acquire components to make it function the way you want to function. And these are some things that I've shown you before. This is basically the extending pole, and it can be turned into a selfie pole if you want to, where you can photograph yourself going down the street like many vloggers do. Usually vloggers who are much, much younger and much, much better looking than I am. And of course, I told you about this earlier too, and it's the pistol grip that will allow you to actually use the Hero 3 or Hero 4 like the standard camera, because it's very small. So you can just hook it on here and actually click, etc. and go. So standard camera, standard video. Now this is something I just purchased, and this is a GoPro. It's to some degree just like the others. It can be a selfie pole, or just twist it down and tighten her up, and voila, you got a selfie pole if you want to do it that way. But this thing has some other good effects, and that's this. You can take this pole, you can bend it, and then you can adjust it where you can get whatever kind of view you want with your GoPro, Hero 3, Hero 4, whatever. And what you can do is you can reach down here and make this actually a full-blown tripod. Now I'm going to have a video later about tripods in general, but because I do some of my videos inside like I'm doing now, and seeing voila. Okay guys, I have got, scoot this over here, I have now got an extensible tripod that I can actually use in the field or inside, and it actually makes it a tolerably usable video camera. The camera I'm using now, the Olympus Tough, I use it for a lot of my personal videos because it's very simple, and it has a display where I can actually see in front what I'm looking at. So I can flip this display up and actually see what's going on and actually frame what I'm doing. Now the Hero does not have a flip on either one of these. With the Hero with the video backpack, or the Hero 4, which comes with the integrated view screen, but you can still use them as a standard detector. Now I'm not sure exactly how robust this thing is, which means how much it can actually take. But you know, it is pretty cool. Anyway, and this is actually a GoPro thing. These other two are third party, and that's one good thing about GoPro is third party. You know, you got third party producers making pieces and for the GoPro all over the place. So I basically want to show you this. Like I said, now if you're going to get some standard, and that's basically what I'm doing. If you're going to make, then you got a button here. You can hit this and you can flip it all the way down, and then I can just take this, twist it back off, twist it back in, and voila, it's back to being just a selfie pole or an extension pole, much like a more fashionable form of this one. So, and another thing I got, and you know, and there are many ways to mount this. Now, you know, we need to make it as when we're out, if we're going to do it basically like I use my Pivotheads. The choices are going to be either the chest mount, which I've got here, and none of these are expensive, or this I've purchased, and this is the head strap mount. Now, the one thing about the Hero 4, you can have, or the Hero 3, you're not going to be going in anonymously videoing your digs. You know, you're going to look like you're doing what you're doing. I'm not going to get this over. You're going to look like you're doing what you're doing. You're going to be videoing. And that's not always a bad thing. Video camera makes people act in a certain way. Usually better. There we go. And also, I didn't mention the dual battery charger, which comes with one rechargeable battery, and of course I've got a rechargeable battery. This is for the Hero 4, and I will get I probably need to get the same thing for the Hero 3. What this will allow me to do is, you know, the main you know, restriction on the Hero 4, unlike the Pivothead, you can stick a 64 gig SD card in here, and you have no, you know, you can, that's hours and hours and hours and hours of video if you want to do that, unless you turn it up all the way to 4K. Even with this low frame rate, it'll eat that up pretty good. So you know, you have that, but the battery is the shortcoming, and this will allow you to overcome that, to have multiple batteries. So if you'd want to do a 2-3 hour hunt, you might be able to get 2 fully charged batteries and be able to do it, or get additional batteries and have 4 or 5 in your pocket. Then you can do a whole marathon hunt. It's going to be a hellish editing job getting it down to something you want to use on a video. A real-time hunt, my real-time hunts at 35 or 40 minutes are pretty strenuous and out there. God knows what a very long hunt would be like. It would be incredible. In any case, so I just want to show you a few additions to the Hero 4 and the Hero 3. These are both compatible with either. So that's the thing about the Hero. The Hero does demand some peripherals and some extras to make it do what you need it to do. You know, if you're going to clamp it on your bike, if you're going to jump out of your airplane, if you're going to scuba dive with it, it all has its own set of requirements. And even something as relatively pedestrian compared to those as metal detecting is going to require a few additions. I don't see anything else I would need. I've been using with the Hero 3 this wrist strap for some time, so you know that allows me to just sort of pack it out with me, and then I can find my digs, and I can, you know, just when I get a dig, I can you know, point it and go. And this is basically the same thing. It's just a very simplified third-party version where you can actually just mount the camera here. So you'd probably be using it a la Iron Man style if you do this, because you're going to be pointing it directly at what you're doing. So you'd have to click it on and then point this way. I'm not sure if that would be exactly comfortable or not, but usually what you would do is this. You're going to be doing an after dig and not doing a live dig. If you're going to do a live dig, you'd probably be better off using either the chest mount or the head mount. You know, those would be the two choices if you're going to be doing live digs. And like I say, you're not going to be doing those anonymously, but then anonymously might not be what you want. Because if you're in areas that you're not familiar with, the fact that you're videoing everything that's happening to you can make people act better or worse. It's all according to where you are. In any case, I just want to show you a couple of things about the Hero 3 and the Hero 4, a few add-ons and additions, and sort of harp on about how it can be made more workable. And in fact, I've been looking for this for a while, the Hero 4 accessory dual battery charger. They didn't have it at my local Best Buy, and I didn't really look beyond that. I knew it would eventually turn up there, and in the meantime, it was not going to be I was not in a big hurry to make myself a one-man cinematography studio. In any case, this is Texas Tiger Dig, and I'm probably finished with this for today. I'm going to show you some of my tripods somewhere in the future. Those are for inside and for outside, potentially. So in addition to this little tripod, I have my camera on the tripod that's high. I have my light on the tripod that's illuminating this area. So and then I've got big, short, tall, long tripods. Unfortunately, they're very inexpensive tripods, or they can be extraordinarily expensive. It's all according to what you need and what you want. In case, this is Texas Tiger Digs, just showing the other side of metal detecting on YouTube, the video side. And to me, this side is fun as well. Maybe not as much fun, but it does add a little flavor to what you're doing and a little variety. In any case, this is Texas Tiger Digs, and I will catch you next time, and you have a wonderful day. I did manage to go out for a couple of digs in the rainy weather, and I will be doing it again as soon as it's possible. You guys dig on.